أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. This is Sister Bintu of Fatima. Today's lesson is going to be on Ayah 3, actually Ayah 2, and if we have time, we do 3, inshallah, 2 and 3, because I'm trying to make the video short. We already did the Basmala, which is the first Ayah. We did A'udhu the Isti'adha Basmala. Now second ayah, which is starting from here. We have let me start with dua. Rabbi zidna ilma, Rabbi zidna ilma, Rabbi zidna ilma, Rabbi ishrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma faqihna fid din, Allahumma anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa 'allimna ma yanfa'una wa zidna ilma. Okay, with this second eye, inshallah, we have Hamzatul Wasl here. This sign on top of the alif, see Hamzatul Wasl. So it's not a Fatha Kasra Dhamma, it's not a verb. So when we starting from the beginning and the letter, first letter has this sign, or the alif has this sign, we have to change, we have to put a vowel there. If the vowel, if it's followed by a lam, automatically, if the next letter, the alif is followed by a lam, we put a fatha right away, fatha on the to replace the hamzatul wasl. So you don't have to worry about if it was not followed by lam, then we have to look at the count the third letter, see what's on the third letter to determine. But we don't have to worry about that because it's followed by lam. So if it's followed by, remember, it will be only fatha if it's followed by lam. But if you count the third letter, and if you will not put fatha, you will never put fatha. If you count the third letter, you would not put fatha, but kasra or dhamma. But we, inshallah, when we come across that, I'll explain it. I'll show you. But right now, it's followed by lam, so we put fatha on the. That's why we put fatha on the alif. So we say, and then we have a lam sukun, which is lan Omar. Remember, I mentioned lan Omar, and I showed lan Omar the last lesson. Letters of lam, nun, ain, mim, ra. When those letters have a sukun, you hold for 1 second. You do tawassud, hold it for 1 second. So al, ham. We have a mim also. Mim sukun is also lan Omar. So we're gonna hold the mim sukun. And then we have Allah name. And remember, when we have Allah name, the second lam is the rule is which always have shadda, and we will have the short alif, make it long, the alif on top of it or not, regardless it has it or not. We're going to make it, we're going to stretch the lam. So, and we learned that and I just mentioned that last time, that some you look at it when you have when you see Allah or Allahumma, you look at the closest vowel to the second lam. And the last time it was the closest vowel was under the meme here for this Allah right here, and here is the under the first lam. So I mentioned, remember, sometimes the first lam will have a kasra, and if you do, you will not look at anything, you will not go further, you just, that's the closest vowel, so that's what you look at. And the closest vowel, because it's a kasra, we know, remember we mentioned, if it's a kasra, we make it flat, we make the letter flat, the lam in Allah name flat. If it was a dhamma, we make it round. Fatha or dhamma, we make it round. So here is a kasra, here it was a kasra, and here is a kasra. So lillah, lil. If it was dhamma, law, or fatha before, law. But lillah, lillah. So al ham. So instead of just saying al and stop, no, you don't stop. Al, you leave your tongue there for 1 second, then you continue. Don't stop, make a complete stop. Alhamdu, alhamdu, lil, see lam shadda. Remember, shadda on the lam, we're making it flat because of the kasra before, and also because of the shadda. We got, anytime a letter has shadda, we have to read it double, first with the sukun, and second with the vowel that's on it. And in this case, it's fatha. But so because we're reading it with sukun, that means we're going to do tawassud, we're going to hold it for 1 second again, because lam sukun, the first sound of the lam is lam, we're going to read lam sukun, so we're going to hold it for 1 second again. So alhamdu lillahi Rob, we have a raw shadda, sorry, ba shadda, so Rabbi, Rabbi. We're just gonna double the ba, first with the second, with the sukun, and second with kasra, Rabbi. So we're not doing any rule here. Sorry, with the raw, we treat it like a round letter, raw. Instead of ra, so raw, when raw has a fatha or fathatain or dhammatain, we treat it like a round letter. It's raw. Raw is because raw is round on condition. It's not originally a round letter like the 7 round letters, but it is round on condition depending on what's on it. So if it has a fatha or fathatain or dhammatain, we treat it like a round letter. We won't look anywhere like the lam in Allah unless it has a sukun. So Rabbi instead of Rabbi, not Rabbil, but Rabbil. Rabbil. We have a lam sukun, right? So we're gonna hold the lam for 1 second. So earlier we had a alif hamzul wasl, and we had to put a vowel on it to read it because we're starting there. But if we connect, sometimes the hamzul wasl is just gonna connect to the next letter because we're not starting. If we were starting from here, then we would have figured out what to put on the to replace the hamzul wasl. But because we're continuing, we're not starting with this is not the beginning, so we're just gonna connect. So hamzul wasl again. So Rabbil, and then they say when you actually there's two different kinds of hamzul wasl. Different kind of hamza. There's qat and wasl. I'm used to saying wasl, but in this case, so here this is hamzatul wasl, but there is hamzatul qat. But inshallah, that's Arabic. We're not gonna go into that too much. So Rabbil, hold it 1 second. Bring out the ain sound because ain, is from the part of the throat. Some people pronounce it with like a hamza. If you say alamin, you're saying it wrong. You have to have the not alamin. If you say alamin, you're changing the meaning. So Rabbil alamin. We have ya, madda ya to sajji mi. Mean, right? With 2 counts, but because we coming to the end of the ayah, we have the option I mentioned it before. We have the option if you started to set it 2, 4, or 6. If you started, let's say you started with 2 here, you chose 2, then make it uniform, continue with 2. If you chose 4, continue with 4. If you chose 6, then continue with 6. Make it uniform. So I said I'm doing 4 for now. So Rabbil Alamin, that's you start for mean, and the noon for sukun here we change to noon fatha will change to noon sukun, and that makes it lan umar again. We do tawassul, we hold it for 1 second. So Rabbil Alamin, see, not mean, you hold it for 1 second. That's how you hold it, do tawassul. So al-ha, the ha here, you breathe air. If you don't breathe air, you're not saying it right. So you have to breathe air. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. So if you want to stretch 6 counts, Rabbil Alamin, or 2, Rabbil Alamin. I'm not so used to the 2 anymore. So it's harder with the 2 to make a tawassul, to hold the noon at the end. So again, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. So next ayah, let's do ayah number 3. Again we have a hamzatul wasl again. So, and we're starting from the beginning, like I mentioned. So if we're starting from the beginning, we have to put a vowel, and if it's followed by lam, we will put fatha automatic, so we put a fatha. And then we gonna skip. Is this raw is a son letter? If you don't know son letter, just know that we have a shadda. So anytime we have a shadda or sukun, we're going to connect connect it to the closest vowel. We cannot read it by itself. You have to connect it, the sukun or shadda, to the closest vowel. And we're gonna read this raw, double it because shadda. We double the letter, and when we double the first sound, we're gonna put sukun on the letter that has shadda, and the second with the vowel that's on it, fatha, which is fatha. And the fatha, because fatha is on the raw, we're gonna treat the raw as like a round letter again. So and the first sound of the raw, because we really give it sukun, raw sukun is one of the normal letters, so we're gonna hold that. We do tawassut, we're gonna hold the raw for 1 second too. So we put fatha here, rounded raw, we treat it like a round letter. So we're gonna, instead of r, you don't make your mouth flat, don't say r, that's flat. You don't do r, you're gonna end it round. You're gonna end, start a is flat letter, but you're gonna end round. Mani, bring out the s, you hear the s sound the more because of the sukun, so the makhraj of the letter I mentioned earlier, last lesson. So you're gonna bring out that breathing sound more, you hear it more. Round it and hold it for 1 second. Then rah. Remember, sukun, you have to connect it with the vowels before you can read by itself. Ma, 2 counts. Regular madda, it's not followed by hamza, so 2 counts. We have a ni, and then what happened? This time again we have hamza to wasl. So because we are not starting from the word here, we're gonna connect. So we're gonna disregard. When we're connecting, we disregard the hamza to wasl. We don't worry about what goes on it. And so we're gonna disregard also the lam, because lam we have a son letter, or just if you don't know the son letters, just know that it's because it's shadda, we have to connect with the closest vowel. So ar-rahmanir, we're gonna make it round, right? We're gonna treat it like a round letter, because ra has a fatha. So ni is a flat letter, nun is a flat letter. So ni, we start flat, but we are gonna end round. Not nir rahim, not near, but near. You're gonna end your mouth round. Near ra ha, this ha, you have to have air. If you don't have air, you didn't say it right. So you ra hi, and we have a ya kasra, ya to setting the kasra, madda ya setting the kasra to, and we stopping. So because we're stopping, we're gonna stretch more than, we're gonna stretch. You have the option to do 2, 4, or 6. So ra him. My school that I'm doing right now, they would say, they would just tell you, because you have a sukun, you're stopping, and it's a sukun. They say not stopping, you have a sukun, so you're gonna stretch 4, 2, 4, or 6. So ar-rahmanir Rahim. We're doing 4. We started 4. We're going to continue 4. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. A meme. This meme here, kasra, because we're stopping. Remember, vowels change to sukun when you're stopping. Kasra is one of them. So you're going to change this kasra to sukun. And because of that, the meme sukun will change. You're going to hold the meme sukun for 1 second, because it's one of Lan Omar again. So make Lan Omar your best friend. Memorize those 5 letters. Lam, Nun, Ayn, Mim, Ra. Lam, Nun, Ayn, Mim, Ra. I showed them earlier, the last time. So Lam, Nun, Ayn, Mim, Ra. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Oh yeah. Lam, Nun, Ayn, Mim, Ra. And they form a word to help you remember them. Lan Omar. Lan Omar is the word they form to help you remember those 5 letters. And then you hold them. You make one. Hold them for 1 second. When you hold them for 1 second, inshallah. So ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. I forgot to mention something. When you're doing the raw, don't roll your tongue. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Or try not to roll it. Sometimes some cases it's kind of hard, but just try not to roll it. Hold it. When it's like when you're doing Tawassul, when you're holding the raw at the end of when it's the last letter and you're holding it, it's sometimes difficult to not not to roll your tongue, but do your best not to roll it. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Stop here. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.